Okay, so I'm not having much luck. I've still got a blank screen on my Cacti install. Now, one thing I could do is I could do a Google search on blank screen on Cacti and take it from there. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to manually import the database file into my Cacti database that I created. So I clicked on the Cacti database that I created, and now notice there's nothing in here. There's no fields, no tables, no information. So I'm going to click import, and then I'm going to browse for it. And it's, let's see here, in root var www cacti, and there it is, cacti.sql, right? So I've got it right there, right? And click go. See what happens. It gives me it's working on it. Import has been successfully finished. 1,678 queries executed. So now if I go into here and I hit refresh, I have the Cacti installation. So I'm not quite sure though why I needed to manually import it, since it should have imported by just going here directly, but I did. So regardless, onwards and upward. I'll click next, new install, next, and right off the top of the bat I've got here some errors found that I need to fix. So let's deal with these errors before we're finished. Okay, back recording. So on the Cacti installation, when you get to this screen, it tells you, hey, make sure all of these values are correct before continuing. Okay, so I'm missing the RRD tool, and I'm missing SNMP walk, so I'm missing some stuff here that Cacti is going to want to use. So, okay, so let's get those things. So what I'll do is I'll just go in here, let me clear that for you. I'm sorry, clear, and I'll do a sudo apt-get install rrd tool, and we'll see if we find it. Yes, found it. All right, and once that's installed, what I'll do is, okay, looks like it's installed. Now I can just go back here and hit refresh on this window, and you can see here now it reads the tool, and so now I've got a green light on this elements. So now all I have to do is get these other files here, the SNMP stuff. So I'll go in here, I'll type clear, and I'll do the same thing, sudo apt-get install, and I'll just look for SNMP. And looks like it found one new item, right? So now I go back here and hit refresh, and now it's found all of these. So now I've got green lights on everything, and I can hit finish, and now I can put in my username and password. My username is cacti user, whoops, cacti user, and the password is cacti user, and hit login, and it says invalid. Great. So let's just double check here on the config.php file. It should be cacti user, or no, I'm sorry, this is the default user, not for the database, but for Cacti. So you just need to know what that is, like admin or something like that. Where do I find that out? Hold on, I'm going to go ask one of my students here. What's the default username and password? It should be something like user or admin. Nope. Hold on once. Enter a new password. Hey, there it is. Admin. Please enter a new password for Cacti. All right, so I'll enter a new password for Cacti. Hit save, and now I'm in. Okay, so that worked out pretty good. So now I'm into Cacti. We've got the install working. We've got a web browser interface. Okay, now that we've got Cacti working, we want to install the plugin architecture for Cacti. And this is where we had problems 2 years in a row, is getting this to work. So I'm going to try to do it and then hopefully share if I have any successes with everybody. Now to do that, what you do is you want to go to the website for and then go to the official documentation, right? So what I did is I went to the documentation from the Cacti website, and then from there I went to the next page I went to was I forget, for documentation, plugins. I think I went to plugins right here on the left. Plugins. And then the first thing you want to do is get the plugin architecture, and the install documentation is right here. Okay, installing the plugin architecture, and you want to download the plugin architecture, so you click here. And then I ended up on this site, and then on the right hand side it says plugin architecture 2.8, and you click right here and downloaded it to my downloads folder. So I clicked on stable, downloaded this file to my downloads folder, right? And so now installing the plugin architecture, I need to follow these directions. So I've downloaded it, and now I need to extract it, and so that's what I'll do. So I'll go here and I'll go into, let's see here, go back to my home directory, into my downloads folder, do an ls, and I'm looking for my plugin architecture. There it is. It's the file that starts with Cacti and then has PA in it, plugin architecture, right? And so I'm going to want to extract it, and they give me the tar that I could use here to do it, zvxf, which is verbose Cacti plugin architecture. Alright, so zvxf. Okay, so tar zvxf, right? The V is verbose, X is extract, F is file, and then I'm looking for Cacti -pl tab plugin, and hit enter, and just got extracted, but alright, that worked. Let's do an ls and see what we have in here now. So now I should have I have a folder called Cacti-plugin-architecture, and so now on to the next part. So I have it extracted. Now I just need to get to the next directions.